Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. It's midday money. It's Sunday, the 17th. Welcome on into the show. Happy St. Patrick's Day for those eating nasty corned beef and cabbage. I'll say that 30 seconds in. I think corned beef is terrible. It's terrible. Corned beef. Cabbage. Come on. Do better, Irish people. Your potatoes, your mashed potatoes. Irish, that's like Irish guacamole, mashed potatoes. It's terrible. Need those mashed potatoes topped with cheese and bacon, some sour cream, make them a meal. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter. Come give me a follow. Hit the like button here on the YouTube channel. So there you go. Hit the like button. Sean Higgs winning free picks. Either channel. Super duper. Today, tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are, I'll be doing it won't be late night money or even a NFL look at lines. It'll just be, I don't know what I'll call it. Tournament preview. Brackets come out at 6:37-ish. Lines will come up shortly after. Give me time to bet, make banners for the matchups, all the games. And then I'm going to do a little live show. So be sure to be subscribed to the Sean Higgs channel there. Yesterday, losing day, 3-4, and this is what happens. I'm not gonna lie. We've last couple days. I mean, even like last week of tournament, winning day, even day, losing day. That's how you go from 55% for the month to 50%. I say when I win. I say when I lose. It is what it is. Got to move on. Couldn't catch a tournament future. Not one. Took the donut. It is whatever. Let's so there's the recap. Let's get to today's picks. Everybody's chomping at the bit. We'll put them up here in the comments section. They're in the comments section. I'm going to tweet them out there on the Twitter world, out in X, in case they're watching there. All right, super duper out in the Twitter world. And I see I got some Twitter watchers now, so I'm going to put them in the chat for those now in the chat watching. See, everybody gets their fill of free picks at the 3-minute mark. And again, 61-32 since February 25th. A college basketball free pick run, not too bad, but 3-4 yesterday. Loser. What are we going to do? Whiskey and the over. Cal Davis got there. Iowa State winner, but Auburn, nope. South Florida, nope. UTEP, nope. Cal Davis money line. I thought loser. What's there to say? You just lose and move on. 2 games today. Both games I bet. Both games are on the sites as premiums. I didn't put any packages today because why am I putting out package? I'm getting crushed. Why am I gonna? We're losing. VCU over 127.5 and UAB over 139. Last night I got VCU at 126.5 and the UAB at 137.5. But those are yesterday's numbers. I put them out as I do the show. If I did the show last night, you'd have different numbers. Doesn't make a difference. They both move. I still feel good about them. Hit our total yesterday here in the show. Totals have been pretty good overall in college basketball for the entire season. I'm not going to – maybe I should have dove more into college hoops totals on the year. But I really don't because I try to find a good spot and then we'll grab it. Then we like to get on top of that one, and that's 2 I like here. We'll go over to VCU, over to UAB on the year with college basketball totals 31-20. 31-20 at 60%. So 61% really. Let's do a quick Marcos minute for our guy since there's only a handful of games. Yale and Brown, Brown pulled out the big upset. Do they hang tough here? Lines come down from 8-7. You want to take a doggy before it tips if you could still get in? I'm not going to say no. The VCU game, we have the over here. Florida Auburn. I don't want to take the over in this game as well. Um, Florida could score, Auburn could score. Dog any over, perhaps. Again, did not bet this one. Did not bet it. And I'm not gonna tell you to do Auburn money line. UAB and Temple. We got the total here. I almost put Temple out here on the for points and the money line. But since I said that, what was it last Sunday when they wrapped up the regular season, uh, when the whole shenanigans came out about them, and I said if there's a game to bet them, it's the day here after they're allegedly doing some shady stuff, and they've done nothing but win every game outright. But I can't put my money on Temple today because I haven't bet them since I said that. So I can't do that. Let's go over the total. Over the total. And the Illini and Whiskey playing well. And I didn't think they were playing well because I was against them the other day. Had him yesterday. I thought we were going to end up losing in overtime, but it did get done. I don't know. I I would lean Illini again. Did not bet it. Did not bet the game. NBA. I do have a little look here, and I did a free pick last night on PMP, and I said, Toronto was 13. I understand you want to take a big dog Toronto. I kind of like the under 215.5. It's moved up. And it doesn't really shock me because I said last night with this total, they had gone over the 215s or 213s, whatever it was. So I still lean towards an under here. 217.5 right now is 215.5 last night. But sidewise, again, would rather have the 13 and the 11 in a back to back home and home there. But no action for me there. Maybe a lean on the Pistons at home for those looking for NBA. You know me, no betting allowed NBA. Maybe we'll find something on Monday or Tuesday with the NBA, but it's really college basketball this week. NBA more takes center stage for me after the tournament when they're more set in their ways of playing real basketball instead of what they play now. Playoff time basketball. Sign me up for. NBA picks 43 and 35 plus 690. NHL 18 and 18 plus 50. College hoops on the season 223 and 209. 223 and 209 were down 375. So there's that. Even with a big run, it is what it is. Always the truth. That's how I roll, folks. That's how I roll. Jesse's coming in. F my L. I went 0-3 yesterday. What happened to South Florida? I guess bringing my pity party in here looking for sympathy. Spark up the wrong tree. It's St. Patty's Day. Give me a drink. What are you going to do, Jess? We move on. We lose, we move on. You know better than that. Dana's in the house. Sean Higgs is in the house. Winning free picks in the house. Facebook. Where's my guy Dennis O'Brien and Rick Wild and Abel? Come on. Brio's a Facebook guy. Hasn't been in a bit. Dana says 4-2 below Nebraska. Big play. Should have listened to you. I don't have to listen to me. The Nebraska team. Again, will I be looking for them in the first round of the tournament? Possibly. Possibly. Bill says whiskey money line, Florida money line. I don't hate it. You're taking two dogs in a wild March, right? I mean, how many regular season champions have lost, right? What do we got? 7, 18, 20 of them? I mean, how many that are and of those, half of them aren't going to the NCAAs. We got the Ivy going now. No NCAA for the Ivy. Nope. Indiana State probably not getting in. Probably not going to get in. I think New Mexico probably took a spot from somebody. Did St. John's maybe play itself into a spot? I'm not a big bracketologist, but listen, you'll take two dogs here in the chaos. I don't hate it. EQ's in the house. Welcome. And you like brown money, another doggy. You're taking any dogs today? What am I going to say? No to dogs or money lines and a championship Sunday? They got here. J-Rock, my guy's coming in. I saw you on Twitter offering somebody a roadmap. And I was like, where you been? We need some soccer. I was going to respond to you. But lo and behold, here you are, giving out some soccer. Atletico Madrid money line plus 120. Italian, the Italy, I guess it's called. Italian league. I don't know. At Atalanta, money line minus 110. Roma money line. And Lukua. Lu, Lu, Lukaku? Lukuku? Over 1.5 shots on target. Plus 145. J Rock. Thank you for the soccer, J Rock, because you know I'm not putting any soccer out here. Because the only football we do, or I do, is NFL and college. Justin's in the house. My guy Stacks POD. How are you? Jesse Shul. Stacks, you said you're going over to the pub next Saturday for the Pubapalooza? Jesse said, better watch that UAB Temple game. Want to see what all the fuss is about. Who knows what's going to happen with that Temple squad. Stacks POD. Kevin Durant over 25.5 points versus Milwaukee. 156 and 162 for Stacks' record. College Propkins coming in 3-0 day of basketball, 2-3 in baseball. Oh, 2-3 day in the parlays? Oh no. Brian, what do you say? Will Mack. Whiskey game. I did not bet the whiskey game. I would probably lean a little Illinois though for myself. Well, did not bet it. I did not bet it. I bet 2 games. VCU over and UAB over. Suns plus 3.5. See, I want to lean to Milwaukee in this spot. And what's up with? I mean, you watch this move. It was 2, 2.5, 4, 2.5, back down to 3. Why do I feel like this is an over game here with these two squads? Right? Or maybe we have the Justin. You got the Durant player prop over, right, for points. How about like him and Giannis just going back and forth, right? Would you think it would be a 2 star guys coming out and just putting on a show? Is he playing today? Is that why the line came down from 4-2 or 2-4? It's gone up. Is he in? Is he out? What is the? That's why the NBA, man. I can't. College basketball player prop king likes Auburn today over Florida. The way these two teams are playing, especially Florida, would probably be an overlook. But if you want to take Florida money line, it's like the Iowa State Houston game yesterday. You're giving me 5-6 points with a team that plays defense. I'm going to take it. You want to give me 5-6 points here with Florida who can score? Yes. Desmond says Houston yesterday minus 220. Yeah, not getting it done. Blowout. Basketball player prop likes the Illini today. Basketball, Duquesne versus VCU. J-Rock, Oregon took a spot. Nike money paid off. It comes into the Pac-12 last tournament ever for them. Oregon's coming in. Oregon definitely takes a spot because they were again. Washington would have been just them. Washington State and Arizona, right? Forget some of these. Temple wins today. You got, and even if UAB wins, they're taking a spot because I don't know if. Florida Atlantic might get in because they were in the tournament last year, but the South, what's South Florida's look? Are they getting in? I'm not a huge bracketologist, bracket matrix kind of guy, following that kind of stuff. A team like High Point, no way get in that large bid, but they lose their conference tournament. I think, and I'm gonna pull this off and leave this up here. Like with the new college football playoff, and they want to expand to the guaranteed spots for these teams. You won't see any more college football championships because teams are automatic, like conferences. We automatically got guys in, so why are we gonna screw around? I think eventually now you'll see the NCAA, the college basketball tournament, say, "Oh, we're not doing a tournament." And of course now those champions, the high points, whoever, SWAC, they're not even guaranteed a spot in the NIT now. So what are we going to just have a total breakdown of all the smaller conferences having their own tournaments with their teams, the mid majors, lower mid majors? It's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Player prop coming in college baseball, Texas A&M money line, no parlay, just A&M money line and San Diego money line minus a 150 spot. San Diego and Kentucky. This is all college baseball, obviously, folks, because none of those teams are playing in the NCAA tournament today. I land in San Antonio on the 21st. All right, Stacks. I'll be pulling up to Southtown. Probably I'm gonna leave around. I got to get there. I want to try to do like a little midday money, but I know Jimmy's doing a show that I'll probably jump onto live from the bar. So it says Italian soccer league is called Syria. Syria? Syria? It's called Syria? Player prop says Emmanuel quickly under 7.5 assists to scissors. Again, good luck with the. Well, you are the player prop king. Kev says with NBA and hockey, all I get is 2 totals for free. What do you mean, Kev? With NBA and hockey, listen. NBA, I told you I sort of like the under in the Magic. I did a free pick video on the under Magic game, but I said I like the Pistons. I don't want to. I could do a show, Kev. That's hey, let me give out every side to every single game. But one, I'm not going to keep a record when I give out 10 NHL plays a day. If they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. I'm not going to just come in and give out a pick. And especially in hockey, I mean, let's go. Am I going to tell you to lay 250 on the road to Winnipeg? No. I mean, 160 faves, 210s on the road. The only game that I would maybe look at would be the Red Wing pit game. How about an under? You want to go under Red Wings pit? If you want to desperately bet something today on the ice? Player prop says Jaden Ivey over 1.5 threes. Quickly under 34.5 points, rebounds, assists for Quickly. Justin's coming in. Giannis is in. He is in. Good. All right. So I'm guessing the line kind of went up. I saw last night it was a 4 in one spot, but then I saw a 2 and a 2.5 this morning, and now it's a 3.5. J-Rock says game time decision on Gianni, NBA, and soccer. You always got to wait for lineups or you get burnt. Yeah, that's how I just mentioned that Gianni because I'm like, why is this? I saw a 4, I saw a 2, and then I saw the 3.5, even though another screen had 2.5. Willie says, don't fade the Dukes after coach's wife got diagnosed with breast cancer. They said they're playing for her and have been playing amazing since. Duke Quesney against VCU, says Willie. Well, they have been playing good. Here they are. Go Brooklyn and good job, New York Knicks. Well, our guy, Mr. Numbers, likes to chime in. He loves the Knicks. He thinks they're going to win the East. Now, the Nets, on the other hand, we got some work to do here with Brooklyn. There's definitely some work to do. Now, should they beat the Spurs? I guess. I just don't know where is this team going. Where's the team going? I don't understand. I don't understand. And I thought they'd be good this year. Like last year, we had them a bunch after the trade, Kev. They get rid of Durant, Kyrie. I'm like, oh, this is like the land of misfit toys. Jump on this team, right? They all got something to prove. And this year, it's a. Ugh. And I'm an old school net guy. Give me Derek Coleman and Kenny Anderson and Van Horn and Kenny and Martin crew, Reggie Jefferson, Richard Jefferson. Sorry, Kerry Kittles, Michael A. Good to see you. How are you? Got Temple UAB over 135 yesterday. Yep, keep my fingers crossed. I think it should get there. If Temple plays like they've been playing, it should get to a 140. I hate to say things that it's going to be an easy 140, but it should get there, right? And if they go back on the take, oh, excuse me, if they go back on the alleged payroll, whatever happened, some shadiness, I could still get there anyway because we're going to give up 90, 100 points. So it should go over either way. But part of me wants to say the Temple wins this outright like 75-70 or something like that. Player prop says Coastal. Come on, Mousy. Coastal finally loses. That's your squad. Italian Soccer League is Series A. Serie A. All right. Well, Series A is Series A. I see it as you put Serie A, it's Syria. Syria. Locking in with the King is in the house. Selection Sunday. 6 hours away it begins. 6 hours. Player prop. I have more NBA plays, but waiting to see if Kate Cunningham sits or not. You got to check. Maurice, my guy, how are you? It's crazy I did an NBA moneyline verse round, moneyline round robin. Knicks, Rockets, Warriors. St. Pete's. I feel like I should have bet bigger with just NBA. The listen, what are you complaining about here with the wins? Right? Rockets were the one where you're most worried about, or at least I was. As a bigger dog, I was with you on the Warriors, with you on the Knicks. Um, St. Pete's, Fairfield. It was kind of a toss-up game. I was with you on UTEP. I liked UTEP yesterday. It's all right though. It's a win to go 3-2, right? You should have won money. It's a winning day, no, Maurice. You can't come in thinking I could have, because now you're gonna think, if I did this yesterday, I would have won X amount of dollars, and then today you're gonna come in and do something different, and it's the day you go 1-4, or 0-4, or whatever the case may be. You can't think about what you've lost that you should have won. Robert, some tennis, excellent, because I'm not a tennis guy. Carlos Alcaraz over 12.5 games won -115 is a player prop. And this is what I need going forward from the chat. So we're going to have obviously NCAA tournament, but then it's baseball, right? So we'll have a lot of baseball. There will be NBA and hockey popping in. Player prop king will come in with stuff. I'm sure someone will come in with some soccer or golf stuff. I'm not a golf better. Please share your picks. Someone in the chat wants to bet. Everybody wants to kind of just bet whatever. So if you have something, but Rob, don't if this wins today, come in and say it's a winner. If it loses, say we dropped it. You gotta come in and win or lose. You got to come back and face the music here with the plays because I'll put them up and sometimes I do follow if we get on a little run here. Marisa, Saturday was an underdog day across the board. All sports, not many faves covered. You think the Yankees are a playoff team this year? No, I have a Yankees no playoff plus 240, I believe. You get my baseball book out. Yankees no playoffs. I put $100 on it to win 240. Just for not that I'm trying to. And again, I'm still sort of like a Yankee fan, but with Cole out, and this goes because I said I had a Yankee over. I had a Yankee over 93 -112 because I thought, hey, Snell, he's going to take less money. Yanks will come in for 3 years, 100 million. No, they'll give that guy 35 million. Why wouldn't they? And then he's nowhere to be found. Cole is out. Let's be honest. He's going to be out till August. 10 weeks. Sure. 10 weeks, then a rehab. He's not coming back till after the trade deadline. So I grabbed an under 93 on them just so to hedge on the over, just to break even. I'm like, you know what? No, thank you, Yankees. I was going to do an under to start the year because I was worried about their pitching. Then the Snell being unsigned and the Yanks had the highest offer to him before, I figured they lost out on the guy who signed with the Dodgers, Yamoto or whatever his name is. And I said, they're definitely going to get Snell. No, thank you. And even if they do get Snell with no Cole, does not matter. Does not matter. I don't think they're a playoff team. I thought they were not a playoff team before the season started. I thought they'd be in trouble. I mean, you're going to have, I think the Orioles are a playoff team. I think Toronto is a team that this is, if they don't do anything this year, or if they're like in fourth place, if somehow the Red Sox catch lightning in a bottle with their pitchers and, Bello comes forward and, uh, who's that? Whitlock, Whittick, what is that his name? Garrett Whitlock. Like if some of their younger guys have good years, the next thing you know, the Blue Jays are in last place, or for I could see the Blue Jays blowing it up, trading Gaussman to maybe the Yankees, Barrios out of there, Bissett goodbye, Vladdy. Vladdy's gonna struggle again, gone. Maybe he's just eating himself out like the panda in San Francisco. But I, you have somebody's going to make it from the Central. I'm hoping it's the Tigers. You got the Trojan Rangers and Seattle. All three of those guys can be playoff teams in the West. Over to the Yankees. I say no playoffs. Play probably like 10 plus 7.5. We're going to talk about whiskey upsetting Purdue. We can talk about it. What's there to say? I mean, Purdue. I had Wisconsin yesterday, so I'm happy they lost. And the tempo we've hit on, the way they've been playing. Kevin, please, what do you think of the Steelers' moves to quarterback? Here we go. You get Russell Wilson, and then you trade for Justin Fields. Now, I don't know what the Bears are thinking trading Justin Fields, because you're going to draft this kid Williams. Next year, you're going to win, 4 games? What are they winning with that guy? Because all I heard is it's the coach. It's Eberflus. It's the coach. So when they win 4 games next year, 5 games, or whatever they do, a non-playoff team, let's call it what it is, what are the Bears doing? Because they're going to have 2 years bad. They're going to fire that head coach and move on from him, and then whatever. The Steelers, I get you bring in Russell Wilson. Now, wasn't a problem I thought it was the coordinator, right? Didn't he blame the coordinator for the problems out there? Hats off to the Steelers. You got a Hall of Fame quarterback, Russell Wilson, for nothing. And then you get a first-round quarterback for a 6th-round pick, when the talk was we're going to trade him to whoever and get, we're getting second-rounders, and, he's supposed to go to the Patriots or something. Who's running the offense over there? Like, who are their good players? I still think the Steelers are a last place team. How are with either of those quarterbacks? Are they better than the Ravens and Lamar? No. Joe Burrow and the Bengals? No. I don't care who's quarterback in the Browns. They're not better than the Browns. What are they doing? You ask me what I think. I don't know what to think, because I have no idea what the Steelers' plan is going forward. I got to call my guy Scoop and ask him. I should text him. I should text Scoop right now. In Italian, A is not E. It's A. Oh, listen, what is this? Is this Babel to come in and learn foreign languages here? What are we doing here, Jesse? Top 3 tournament winners for today? I didn't bet one side today. I got 2 totals, but I would say, I take every dog. Duquesne, Florida, Temple, and Wisconsin. There you go, Michael. Michael B, good to see you. It's not going. It's been a terrible last couple days. Kevin, all the best to you as well. Are you a Steeler fan, Kevin? Because I want to know what your thoughts are on what the Steelers are doing. What are they? I have no idea what they're doing. Making a mess of things, what they're doing. Just has Illinois Big Ten future in my pocket. Should I sprinkle whiskey money line or ride out? Well, I'm all about. Listen, I had a Cal Davis plus 425 yesterday, and I came back in on Cal Davis on the money line. I didn't hedge out, but then again, that's why I lost. I'm a loser. I lost. I'm a hedging this for Gardner kind of guy most of the time. This spot here, it all depends on this. You're getting plus money, so you can, s- it's not like you're favored here. It's not like you're on the other side and you have a whiskey and you're worried about covering because Illinois beats them and then you're in trouble. Then you come back, you have to do a whiskey or an Illinois money line. So in these spots, it all depends on the bankroll kind of stuff. You know, I do I move on a Yankee total to get out of a bet. That's one thing. There's it's not it's just even kind of money back and forth. Here, I don't know what odds you have on the Illini. It's up to you. I'm all for locking in money. I, I take a winning day. Dave says a 17 parlay, Phoenix over Milwaukee, Miami over Detroit. I see. I kind of like Detroit there. It's down to 5 now. Mine keeps coming down, David. Dallas versus Denver. Toronto. I do like Toronto, though. It was a 13 spot last night, and they just lost to him yesterday. Boston over Washington. Again, see, I don't want to be laying 11. I'd rather do a team total or something with Boston to score points. And the Nets against San Antonio Clippers over Atlanta. Third straight road game here for Atlanta. 0-2 so far. Close one coming out of Utah, though. But we have Clippers at home after a 2-game road trip. Ugh, I don't know. Good luck on that, Dave. I mean, the 7-teamer. Huge payday if it wins, though, for sure. Like a heck of a Saturday. Iowa State, Illinois, Oregon. Long Beach State only lost Arlington. Good day. Nice 4-1 day. Florida, Thomas Bow. I agree. Yes. Giving all the best run a good try. I appreciate it, Kev. Thanks for popping in. I try. You know, I come in, give you my thoughts. Some people like it, some people don't. We win, we lose, we tie, we laugh a little, we share picks with everybody. I appreciate everybody who comes in, especially those who comment. That comments, the show is 15 minutes. J Rock says, same game parlay, quickly 20 plus points, and Bachero 20 plus points is a plus 130. A little same gamer for the same game parlay crew. Player Prop Kings coming in. Snow wants 35. Well, he wanted some ridiculous 9-year contract. So, but here's the thing though, 35 mil, that's the going rate here. I don't, I'm not going to begrudge the asking price of what a position entails, right? I mean, the guy's off of Cy Young. Granted, he went to Cy Young every 4 years, but the 3 years in between, he's terrible. But at your age, Blake, you're not getting a 9-year deal or a 6-year deal. So I thought the Yankees, when they said, "Hey, we take less," would come in because he's the only who offered him a contract. They offered him whatever 6-year deal. He said no. Okay, nobody's offered you nothing. Why would the Yankees come in automatically and say, "Hey, we have Rodon coming back from an injury, Stroman, who's a 5-inning pitcher, Cortez, who had a good year and then a bad year, and then who do you got? Who's coming in? Clark Schmidt? I mean, I think and are they going to give Louis Gill a shot? Where's Louis Gill? Can I bust out my Louis Gill rookie card? Is he going to do anything? Why wouldn't you pay him 35? Nobody's paying him. Paying him 2 years, 70 million. 3 years, 100 million. Who cares? It's 3 years instead of 6. Now you're really in trouble because he could be like, now everybody knows you need a pitcher, but they're in a spot now with they can say, hey, we're not paying. We'll just have a bad year. Let our payroll tax reset. Are we even sure they're going to sign Soto next year? Maybe they trade Soto. Just play some base. Yeah, good luck with that. Everybody got to get their money. Yanks don't have the pitching. We all know Judge will play half the year. Yeah, Judge, Stanton, Rizzo. Michael B. He likes the Mavs plus four in the money line there versus the Nuggets. Auburn first half 2.5 full game. VCU under 128 and then the Illini. So I'm with you on the Illini. I have the over here. I got a 126.5 yesterday on that. And Auburn, 5.5 the way Florida plays. I want to take the points, kind of like Iowa State yesterday. So I got a defensive team, I'll take the points. I got a crazy offensive team, I'll take the points. Not going to King win 4-9 conference tournaments. Big South, Big East, A7, Missouri Valley. Well, you had the big one with Longwood, so that basically turns a 4-9 until I got 14-9. So that's a winner. Michael Walker says Auburn alt line first half is 2.5 at 125. Again, I mean, Auburn's a really good team. I think they get overlooked because it's Kentucky, the Alabama offense, and the way Tennessee played. But Auburn is a lurker there. As much as South Carolina got overlooked as just being South Carolina, I think Auburn gets overlooked for whatever reason. I don't hate fading Auburn here. Does Tomlin make through the entire 20? Yeah, they won't fire him midseason. Who made the trade for the quarterbacks? You can't follow. How are you firing him? They won't fire him midseason. That's not the way they do things over there. Kevin's like the JETS Jets. Uh, if Zach Wilson was their everyday quarterback, I'd be all over the Jets to make the playoffs. I do not like Aaron Rodgers. Who they get? Tyrod Taylor? I like Tyrod Taylor better than Aaron Rodgers. Lex, my guy, keep it a class. You know how we roll, Lex. A lot of class, baby. Nick Nasty's in the house. Michael Ice, I still like UConn to win all. I think they're the most complete team. They're really good. I mean, it's UConn. Again, I know North Carolina lost. I think they're a really good team. Houston's still a really good team. But then it's where else are we going there? Purdue, Arizona. I mean, pick Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, even like maybe some SEC team. Is Kansas healthy? Are they going to have their guys back? How about is Texas Tech worthy of somebody out of the Big Ten, a surprise team? Everybody kind of likes Baylor. How about Illinois? But UConn is by far the best team, I think. I should say by far. Them and Houston are real good teams. Master has Illinois and Florida. I like them both, Master. I like them both. Nobody it says I got 150 something people here on Twitter watching. Not one Twitter comment. Any NBA. I like the under Magic and I kind of like the Pistons. You also have UConn, Michael. Master says UConn like he does. Master likes UConn to win it all. Purdue and Houston are overrated. The Purdue overrated because they lost to Northwestern. Because I don't know. They did beat some good teams. You lose on the road in conference play. Houston threw up a clunker. What did Houston have to prove there yesterday? Not to say teams have to lose or are due for a loss. Teams kind of rolling along. And this is why I had Texas Tech the other day against them. They were getting 8.5, or I think I had 7.5 or 8. It went up to 9. They had won 10, 11 in a row. Then they're going to win their conference tournament. And if they're to win the title, they're going to win 7 in a row. It's very hard to win 25 straight games. And then the last 10 are going to be against elite top 25 kind of teams. I don't think they're overrated. I think it was kind of the spot where a loss is going to come along somewhere for a team on big win streaks. And you're playing another good defensive team. I mean, the overrated, I don't know. You have 3 or 4 losses. How are you overrated? Especially when you lose on the road in conference play, Master. I mean, go to the records. I've done this multiple times on a show where I talk about the team in first place in conference and read their road record. And if they have 4 losses, 3 of them are on the road, or 7 losses, 6 of them are on the road. Teams lose on the road in college basketball. Now, can we say Purdue's underperformed, choked even? Yeah, we could say that. But regular season, I mean, you got how many wins did they have? What were they 20? They have 26 wins. I mean, it's tough to say teams overrated when they have 3 losses and they're on the road versus, I mean, come on. They lost yesterday 76-65, 76-75 in overtime. One loss. Ohio State, they lost by 4, and Ohio State had really turned it on. They lost at Nebraska. Nebraska really chomped them. Uh, and then you lost at Northwestern in overtime. And Northwestern's a team who plays them tough. Northwestern took them to overtime at home. Northwestern beat them last year. That's a team who plays them tough. I mean, they beat Marquette on a neutral, Tennessee on a neutral, Gonzaga on a neutral. I mean, that's good enough for me that they're a good team. How about beating Alabama on a neutral or Arizona on a neutral? Who's got 5 better wins than that on neutral courts? That's who Purdue beat on neutrals. Where's it? What's the lowest Arizona's been ranked this year? We can make fun of the Alabama defense, but I don't know. You think they're a good team? How about Marquette? Tennessee any good? I mean, let's relax with. I get you hate a team they don't cover for you, and then uh, you start hating on them. I mean, Houston, they got blitzed yesterday. It happens. Lost at Kansas. You're really you're really gonna get upset. They're overrated. They lose at Kansas, who's lost at home 5 times in the last 10 years. Uh, 1 point loss at TCU. 4 point loss at Iowa State. Um, you lose in overtime. Excuse me. You didn't lose in overtime. You just lost by 1. You lost by 4, and then the overtime, the regular loss at Kansas. I mean, 3 losses coming in the tournament. 2 of the losses by 4 points. Yeah, come on. You had Houston yesterday. You had Purdue yesterday. You're laying points. I get it. You lost. Florida to me is the public dog today. Everybody loves Florida, and Florida did beat Auburn at the Jungle, but that was off the Auburn revenge game versus Bama blowout. Again, Mike, for me, and I had Auburn the other day. It was yesterday here in the chat. I had them minus 7.5. You're going to give me a team that can score, getting a bunch of points. I mean, I don't hate. Again, I didn't bet it. I didn't bet Florida. I'm just, people ask. There's uh, Bobby Digital. I kind of lean Florida. As I said, I'm getting points with a team that scores a bunch of points. And I was saying yesterday because I was getting points with a team that doesn't allow points. So the flip side of that is I'll take points when the other teams give me points, and both teams kind of score. It's the same kind of thinking for me. I think Florida. If you're taking any championship dogs today, I think you always do a money line. Do I do NBA picks? Yes, these are my 2 picks for today. I bet VCU over and UAB over. Michael B. Purdue, in my opinion, always losing these tournaments because they always rely on back to the basket big men come tournament times. Dynamic scoring guys, defense need to win. Yeah, because if you're, it's fine having a monster down below. That's great. That's great. But can somebody on the outside make a shot? You need somebody to make a shot here and there. You can't just, you know, this guy's not going to score 70 points for you. You need other people to score. And Purdue in the tournament, this is how are they going to respond? You lose in overtime to a conference game like this. That's different. It's round 2 of the NCAAs, and you're playing a team you're favored by 8 over or whatever, and you're in a dogfight with 3 minutes to go, and it's tied. You're down 1, you're up 1. That's when they're gonna. That's when it starts thinking, "Oh my goodness, we're gonna choke. What's gonna happen here?" That's the concern with Purdue. Not that they aren't talented. It's that in a close game against somebody they shouldn't be in a close game with, um, here come the butterflies. I can't bet a Purdue future. I mean, the only way I'm doing it for you, anything, it's got to be like 15 or more to 1 for me to even think about getting Purdue. 20 to 1. Because I think in any kind of close game, they're going to choke because of their past. Let's hear Florida Auburn take. I mean, hopefully you heard my Florida Auburn take because I had a Florida Auburn take. I'm out of here. Bobby, I don't know if you're watching the show. I'm running through all the comments. Sorry I didn't get to you fast enough. It was 5 minutes. But I do like the Florida. I would say made history yesterday. Held number one team to 41 points. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. That's a moot point player. So what does that mean? You're gonna come and take Iowa State minus 20 in the tournament? Come on. I was they played them they played them to a 57-54 game the first time they played. 57-53. 21 points in the first half in that game. Not shocking. They play defense. Ricketts, this guy. Good to see Ricketts. Arizona is the most overrated team in college basketball. That is a T Money right there. T Money can't stay in Arizona. Hopefully T Money's back. Gets a suspension lifted off Twitter. Comes back in the chat. Oh, Arizona. I was shocked with the end scoring in the game as a Houston game. Definitely low scoring. As far as neutral courts, you can never count out Arizona because their fans show up regardless of where it is. Yeah, Arizona. I mean, Arizona is another team. You have, I mean, really, you have teams with like NBA players on it. You can't count them out. I mean, talent alone should get them. I see. I don't see Arizona losing in the first or second round. Like they'll, if they go down Sweet 16, Final Eight kind of stuff against a talented kind of squad, they're not going to lose to some rando. I don't think. Where I think that could happen to Purdue. That's they are. You play. They play defense. Here's the thing, though. I mean, shooting wise. I mean, like the first game against Houston, we were just talking about they held them to 41 points, whatever. The first game they held them to 53, and they they shot like 35% that game. If they get going, so again, the Big 12 is the best basketball conference. Although part of who I'd say the Mountain West. I like the Mountain West a lot, but yeah, I mean Iowa State. People like the Baylor team. Uh, what's there to say about Iowa State? You play defense. I think you got a shot to win games for sure. How about Iowa State unders in the tournament? Definitely take unders first round. Just grab unders when they come out. If I know most people are over betters, um, I'd wait. I'd wait because the lines are going to come down first. Are we taking Temple, Illinois, and Florida? I like Temple, Illinois, and Florida. I like them all, Tyler. I like them all. I like the mascot. Were you skiing or are we just going to go robbing banks? Robbing the sports book. Temple, Illinois, Florida. I haven't. I mentioned Temple last week. I said this is the day to bet them. They were point shaving or fixed game, whatever. You got to come back on them today so they can get the heat off. Since that game, they've won every game. I haven't played them because I didn't play them the first time or the second time, so I can't come into them today here in the tournament after they won the first whatever 1, 2, 3 in this tournament. But I do like Temple. I do like the over. They're scoring points or it's going to be a route like it was 101 to 50 or whatever it was the first time they played. Losing not needed for motivation. I don't think you want to lose, but I think there's a point in a game like Kansas. I thought was like, you know what, our guy could play. We're going to sit him out. Why risk him playing at 50% through a tournament? Like, if we lose, we lose. We have bigger goals, you know. And they got pummeled by Cincy. Houston, I don't think went into yesterday like, hey, let's lose a championship game and worry about that. I think they're once it gets out of hand, it is what it is. You start going through the motions, like whatever. Like, what did Houston have to prove? What they have to prove? They have what 3 losses on the year? I mean, I don't think they have to prove much. They won. No. Let's see how Houston does in a big bad Big 12. Yeah, well, they ran away with the Big 12 title. But I could see once you get down, they probably thought, all right, we're gonna risk everything here. Let's. It is what it is. I think you kind of accept the outcome when you're down and not shooting well. But I don't think any team goes into saying, "Hey, let's lose," and then we'll be motivated. Not at all. Houston's not overrated. Their only problem is they can't score. It'll come back to bite them, but I think they at least make the Elite Eight. Obviously, hard to say see the bracket. Yeah, I mean they're Elite Eight Final Four team because they play defense and they can score sometimes. Like that's see that game yesterday, and I go back to show. I said it could be a 65-40 game. Probably I said there it could be a 55-50 nail biter, or it could turn into a blowout by some team, and it turned into a 100-point score. It's a blowout. It's crazy, but that's the way they play. Both of those teams. Jeff, my guy, good to see you. So Michael W. Smith at Shreveport last night. Hope you are good. I am good, Jeff, and thanks for popping in. Always good to see you, my buddy, Louisiana neighbor. It's fine having a monster down below. That's what she said. Oh, a little office. Produce too slow, they'll get bounced. I don't think being too slow gets them bounced. I think they're going to be in a fight against somebody in the second round, and here come memories of past tournaments and blowing games, and it's a turnover. It's somebody's dribbling off their foot. Stupid mistakes. I don't watch a lot of games. I'll be watching that game. I'll be watching Purdue to see how they handle the pressure. Arizona, tons of talent, but Tommy Lloyd is an average coach at best, says Michael. Willie says the big dance is honestly that's all these kids' minds. It's hard not to be. A lot of them would rather prepare for madness than conference tourneys. I say yes and no to that, Willie, because yeah, you have teams that are already locked into tournament games. But let's be honest. Conference tournaments are fun. Chances are you have more family and friends at conference tournaments than you got going to an NCAA tournament game because you're flying people across the country. That ain't happening. This is where you want to put on a show, right? This is you go in and win a conference title. You play your team into a tournament. Now you have your more elite teams are like we're just gonna go about our business. Everybody wants to win, yes, but see, I think for the teams not favored to win, I don't look at it as like, oh, let's get ready for the tournament. They damn well know that at 19 and 12 or 20 and 9 squads, they're not winning the NCAA tournament. That ain't happening. That ain't. I mean, come on. If you think that they think that, I disagree. I think they'll be like, oh man, we got to face these cats. See, I think conference tournaments more where you have motivation for the smaller underdogs. Not like, hey, we're going to lose and make a run in the big dance. VCU total's now 131. Doug, wow. I got 126.5 last night. I feel good about that one. Hopefully, I break my little losing skid here in the chat. It was 127.5 less than an hour ago. It's 131 now. Yeesh. They must be watching the show. That's what it is. It's all me. Derek says Arizona's two guys that played in the national championship game in Love and Johnson. Listen, it's a good team. Tori's in the house. What do you say, Tori Coker? Welcome. Thanks for popping in. Michael, have a good day. You also. It's about Michael saying have a good day. Wow, he waited an hour to say a good day. Usually Mike's out here in a half hour. And Mike had not been around for a couple of days. I guess he was busy. VCU over 127.5 and UAB over 139. That is what we got going on. Be sure to hit the like buttons. Those new popping in, I'll do a live show tonight. After the brackets come up, I'm going to add little banners for the brackets. I will bet my games for Thursday and Friday today. Then I'll come in with a live show and we'll go over the entire tournament. Everyone, I don't know. I'm going to see if I can get maybe some guests in, maybe some other cappers or something. People, you're on Twitter. There's 200 some people watching on Twitter. You want to be on a show? You want to come in? Say who you like? Go ahead. So if you're not following me, Mr. Onyx, give me a follow, send me a message. I'll send you a link later. Come in. I don't mind. Xerox, how many times do you see an elite NBA player put up a stinker of a game? When a college team does it, all of a sudden they're done. No. In the NBA, when they put up stinkers, you come back and you get them on the next game. College is the same thing. College, exactly. College, you throw up a bad game. It's like, oh my goodness, the sky's falling. And J-Rock, you've been in here long enough. You've been here since the beginning. And what have I said? Winning on the road in college basketball is tough. Conference play is tough. Teams lose. Who? Let's go back to the undefeated teams. Who was it? Wichita State? How long ago was that run? Before that, who would have got back to UNLV? I mean, going on the road and winning is extremely difficult, especially in an age of forget one and done players. You're in the age of guys can't hit free throws because everybody wants to take 32-foot 3 pointers. I mean, good luck winning when your team's hitting 70% as a team from the line and half your team's at 60% or under. I don't care you lose on the road. I expect you to lose on the road because all season long I'm betting against you on the road. 1 o'clock college basketball tour. Yeah. Hi, we got VCU over. And I do like Florida. I did not bet Florida, but I would lean Florida. I got the over in the VCU game. Over VCU. And then I got the UAB over. I'm thinking about Florida and VCU first half money line parlay. I don't hate it. Take a big payday with the doggy. I'm not going to say no. I'm not a big parlay guy, Tori. I'm a, best way to go 3-1 is put in a four-game parlay kind of guy. But we're going to take a money line doggy. I will say okay. Stephen Bowman's popping in at the end of the show. Welcome, Stephen. Welcome. 6-0 college plays, but Lakers cost me a 60-1 parlay on the Lakers. What are you doing taking the Lakers? What are you doing taking the Lakers? Stop taking the Lakers. We got no T Money in here. We got no Wine Time, big Laker guy. Where's Wine Time been? Hopefully he's all right. I haven't seen him even in the pubs. Took Grand Canyon to win first half full game. Nice winner there. I saw somebody post like the end of the game, and someone was like, "Oh, it's wrong for Arlington to whip the ball to guy." Like, first of all, what are you doing a dunk with 5 seconds left? I'm Arlington, just you give the guy a little forearm shiver walking by and a little shoulder bump. Well, he's lucky that guy didn't get cracked. I mean, how do you do? You're up like 15 points. You're going to dunk it and then showboat? That could have been a brawl at the end of that game for doing something like that. You don't do that. Oh, Arlington should have not. I would have bounced that ball off that guy's head. Brown seems tasty, 7.5. They're still a 7.5 point dog here at half. Is this their halftime bet? Halftime lines? Chris is coming with some cold cash on the ice for the chat. Islanders team total over 2.5 minus 115. Islanders scored 3 more goals versus Rangers in 8 out of the last 10 head-to-heads. So there's some cold cash on the ice. 1 o'clock start here, just about getting it in under the wire. 3 minutes. He posted this before puck drop. And they did. 6-5, 5-3, 4-3, 3-0 winner. 6-3, 3-0 winner. 2-1, 4-1, 3-0 winner, and a 4-0 game for the Isles. There you go. Isles team total over. Maybe an Isles money line too. Take them. How about at least a puck line for the Isles there? 19 and 14 on the road in the puck line. Should be a winner. Willie says, I'm from New York. For some reason, I can't bet the Temple. Any idea why it's not on any of my books? Interesting. Why is Temple not? I mean, did they pull the game for fishiness again? Has it been pulled for fishiness? Good question. I'm assuming you're trying to get on FanDuel and those kind of apps. Illinois whiskey. I like Illinois, Steven. I like Illinois. And Steve, you'd be happy. I just picked up a card. A little auto action. Pull it out of its little sleeve here. A little Cole Miller on-card auto. And he was nice enough to send me a base card as well. I like my little autos. FanDuel doesn't have the Temple game. Probably because of the shenanigans with Temple. That's what I'm guessing with that. It was like that yesterday as well. It's not on BetMGM or DraftKings. Like that, Cole Miller? Yeah, I'm guessing because of what's been said. Yeah, Cole Miller. Little Cole Miller time. See how he does. So tonight, again, if you're just popping in after bracket time, by the time I load up, again, I'll put the little banners in. I know I maybe around 9 Eastern, I guess 8. I'm trying to think. By the time the show's over, that's a lot of typing. We got a lot of games, a lot of games. But again, it'll be on Sean Higgs YouTube. Of course, I put on Twitter as well. That's where most people are watching now. They're getting off the YouTube. But that's that. Preview show tonight, bracket show, whatever you want to call it. I'll have to think of a fancier name other than look at. Maybe I just call it look ahead brackets. I don't even know. But yeah. See, maybe I'll have some other guys on as well, so you don't have to just listen to me ramble all for 3 hours. I'll see what I could do. I'll try to get somebody on. Who knows? I know a lot of people are going to have shows tonight, but all right. VCU over for me, 127.5. UAB over 139. And that'll be a wrap here on Sunday. I will see you tonight for the brackets. Hope everybody comes back. We got Brown plus 9.5 at a parlay, says Stephen Bowman. Willie says pulling South Florida make it have. They're 100-1 for them to make the Final Four long shot, but love how they play tons of energy. I'm just hoping they get in the tournament. You know, I could see the committee leaving them out. Oh, you guys, we're regular season champs, so have fun in the NIT. We're taking Indiana. We're taking Michigan State instead. Oh, we're going to take Virginia from the ACC. Now, do I think South Florida should be? I think South Florida should be in. I think FAU should be in. I think whoever wins UAB Temple should be in. Are we going to get all three? I hope. I hope so. I don't know. Over Rangers game, yes. Florida, yes. Illinois, yes. Vegas moneyline parlay plus 2,600. Do not know about Vegas. Did not look at that. Now I'll be officially over. Although the views keep coming in, like it's alive. Like I'm just gonna live bet the VCU game. Just take the VCU over and be happy. Lean Abdul Jabbar. I feel like regular season champs should get auto bids. They do in the NIT. Actually, they don't even in the NIT anymore. They don't even give auto bids in the NIT. I think they're going to get rid of the tournaments. It's like college football. They're going to they'll get rid of these college championship games. I don't like it. Call me the old man. I don't give a crap. It's bad. Conference tournaments are great. And I get the thing, well, oh, the team doesn't get in. Well, then I guess the regular season champ should get the auto bid instead of the tournament champ. But now we're gonna start getting rid of tournaments. Steven, good show. Thank you. Kyle Larson for here we go on the racetrack. J Rock says Kyle Larson plus 550 in NASCAR. Can't bet the VCU game in Virginia. Have to drive to DC. Yeah, well, that's most places don't allow you to bet on in-state schools. Anybody got hot over 3 games at a? Anybody can get hot 3 games on neutral. Yes, but it's also like in the case of the Ivy League, your best team's not going. Right? High Point had a great year. They're not going. You're getting what the 6th seed in Longwood. I'm all for the upsets, but the fact that High Point's now is not even invited. They might get invited, but that's not even an auto bid to the NIT anymore. It's turning into all just like the college football tournament. It's their college football playoffs. They got their 12. They want to move it to more teams and auto bid the SEC and the Big Ten, 3 teams each, 3 teams, 4 teams. You think they're going to want to play championship games? Well, we already got our top 3 teams are in. We're probably going to get 5. Let's be honest. The SEC and the Big Ten. I've said this before. Lean, obviously, unless you change your name, you're definitely a new commenter in the chat. The playoffs are going to be 10 out of 12 teams from the SEC and Big Ten. That's it. It's Bama, LSU, A&M, Georgia, one of the Mississippis, and then you're going to have Ohio State, Michigan, Purdue. Now you have Oregon, Washington. It'll be all those teams, and then the random ACC squad, Notre Dame. It's a joke. See, Bubba says I want a Christian Watson auto on eBay. There you go. He went to the hamstring specialist. Of course he did. The hamstrings. Oh man, big name schools have the upper hand, and it stinks. Why I love conference tourneys. I agree. I like conference tournaments, but again, the it hurts when smaller schools or the non-favorites, let's just say, win and knock out a South Dakota State or a uh, Cal Irvine, Eastern Washington, whoever. Insert any small school. Grand Canyon loses yesterday. They're not in the tournament. You know, what was that? You know, Southern Indiana, Salukis, Evansville, any of those Missouri Valley teams. Chances are they're not getting in. You know, I like those. I'd rather see that team. I'd rather see a Tennessee Martin who goes 28-2. Not that they went 22. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather see the Ohio Valley guy who puts up some ridiculous record and then they get bounced by somebody who's 19-12. But then I get, here comes, we're going to put Providence in at 19-15 because they were 10-8 in Big East play. Or this team was 9-9. You know, West Virginia 9-9, and again, I'm just throwing out teams. I know West Virginia was in last place in the Big 12, but they put in some seventh or eighth place team from a big conference. And give me the first place team out of a small school. You'll get ratings. You'll get ratings for those. Oh my goodness. Miss Erica Taylor, how have you been? Temple game over. Yes. We had the Temple game over here in the chat already. Good to see you, Erica. It's been a minute. Hope you are good. The Clippers, you know I can't tell you to lay down with the Clippers. I do not like big spread like that with the Clippers, especially at 1 o'clock. I don't even know who's playing for the Clippers. How's that geriatric bunch? They healthy? Indiana State. Who knows if they get in? Everybody wants to see them get in. So it will be a St. Peter's or San Diego State from the last two tourneys. Yeah, possibly. But again, San Diego State gets that. I mean, it's like Gonzaga. They're no, I don't consider San Diego State a smaller program. I mean, you go to a Sweet 16 run a couple years, you're a pretty good program. Why are they considered a small school? Like the Mountain West has some good schools in it. It's okay for the Big 12 to maul each other in conference play, right? That's okay. That's okay when they do that. But you can't have 5 teams in the Mountain West go on the road and lose and have dogfight games. Come on. I will take those Mountain West teams. Give me them all. Hello, Erica. Orlando game over. Luke over 31 points. I don't see the Orlando game. I thought looked a little low in that total. It's 215. I know it's gone up to 217 or 217 and a half, 215 and a half, whatever it is. I don't know. I'd have to lean over in that one or lean under. It just looks like it's that low. I gotta think, why is it that low? And the guys who make the line are correct. But then again, it's the NBA. I don't know who's playing. For all I know, they're going to wheel out Shaq and Penny today for some reunion. I don't know what Orlando's doing. So it's tough doing the games the night before. Luca over points, sure. Why not Luca? I was going to say maybe an alternate, but yeah, I mean, he's going to go up against Joker. Is he going to say I'm better than you and score 45 today? I want to see what Long Beach or New Mexico can do. Yeah, that should be interesting. Well, listen. I'm not that high on Long Beach. He had a nice little run, played for the coach, but now you got to wait a week. See how that momentum goes. Willie says Mountain West is stacked. I think it's a good conference. Lock it in with the King. Good to see you. Take it easy. I'll be back tonight. Yes, I will see you later, my friend. Have a good one. Good luck to you. Again, VCU over is what we got here, and UAB over. Those are the two games I have bet. Two games for the chat. Stop Geo is popping in. I'm on the Nuggets, but we'll see. Good luck today. Higgs and the chat. Good to see you, Stop Geo. Long Beach will get smashed. I tend to agree with that, Willie. I'm not a long. I won't be looking to take Long Beach in the tournament. That's for sure. But again, let's see the matchup. Who knows? I don't know who they're playing. Will I be getting 7 points in a dog spot? Super. I mean, are they going to be in a playing game? I have no idea. I don't know. That's that's for me to that's for me to round into shape in about 45 minutes by the time the brackets come out and the lines are put up. So, all right. I hate to leave with a bunch of people watching, but there's nothing to talk about. I'm not going to come in and live bet solo. I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I probably just rest for a little while. Be a long night, but be sure to come back tonight. Sean Higgs YouTube, Winner Free Picks YouTube, Mr. Sean Higgs Twitter. Follow them all. Podcast forum. You can listen even tonight. I'm gonna do the tournament show. Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever, Google, Amazon, Apple. It'll be up there in podcast form. Just type in midday money. Type in the midday money. I'm out of here officially though now. We're an hour plus. Josh says, any more picks? These are my two games I bet today. That is it. VC over 127.5 and UAB over 139. Josh, I don't just throw picks in the chat to put them in the chat because I put them in here when I bet them. So some days there's a lot of games. Some days there's a few games. I'll tell you next Thursday the 28th, it'll be some NCAA tournament going on. But you know what? You're going to have probably a minimum of 7 Major League Baseball picks in here. Probably more. Probably more. On top of that, there'll be about 50 player props from people in chat. Not even, I'll have you covered a lot of picks. Some days more than others, though. But that's it for today. You want picks? You'll get 32 picks tonight. Every tournament game. I got you tonight, Josh. Be sure to put a reminder on Twitter. Give me a follow. Steven, have a good one. That's it. It's officially goodbye now. Say